Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we were talking about if this velocity stack mod to keep the hood on was actually beneficial or if it actually hurt. So let's get into it. First things first, I do have the data logs pulled up here. This is from Norwalk at Turn and Burn, and this one was the 1038 pass, which I'm going to compare everything to because if I want to go faster, it has to be better than this. Since we have the data logs in front of me, I'm not going to keep going back and forth on me and the data log. I just have it here in front of me and you guys are just going to believe me, okay? Okay. So with the best pass I made at Norwalk at, what would this be, second gear, 86 mile an hour at 7,200 RPM, KPA was 97. And at that same speed in second gear at the 1036 pass, it was at 99, which 2 KPA is a pretty significant amount, probably about 15 horsepower or so from what kind of research I've been doing. So that's pretty intense. That's enough to be a significant difference for sure, especially when I'm trying to go faster instead of slower. So we're going to go up to 130 here. And actually, the KPA with the slower intake was 99, and the KPA at the faster pass was 100. So actually not too bad there, but it's not all about up top. It's about mid-range and everywhere else to make sure it's fluid and efficient. So the faster I went with the hood on and the velocity stack, the lower the KPA went, which means it wasn't really getting a ram air style intake. And actually on here, at one point, I see 101 KPA. Right there. Yeah, so at 135, I see 101. So I guess it is still a 2 KPA difference just about through the board. So KPA says 98.9, and over here it says 101. Cylinder air mass was 1.2, and the cylinder air mass on this one was 1.175. So throughout the whole board, everything was a little bit slower. And with how I want to go faster, doing that was not the right idea. 60 to 130 has also been in the low sevens, like 7.1 to 7.3 range. That's also full interior and everything like that. And even with the bias plies and the 28s being gutted, it was still only 7.1 or 7.14. So ever since the first track day at 42, where I did the 1038, I did 655, which was my best, a 672, and a 665. So from going from doing sixes all day to not touching a 6 again, definitely going in the wrong direction. So just wanted to add that in there, which unfortunately, cutting it the way I cut it, it's kind of leaving a little bit of a gap there now that might not be used. But at the same time, I think one of the most important things is if I do switch the ShearerFab lid, which would push it to be like right here at the Holly name, I feel like pushing that back and then running like the Peace trumpet that I said I wouldn't run, I don't think I'd have to cut anymore and it wouldn't look that bad. So that's going to come eventually down the road because, you know, I'd rather not have to buy $5,000 CID heads if I don't have to. And what's another little bit of KPA would probably be a little bit more beneficial than just what the heads can gain. Because from what I've heard online, those usually see 104, 105 KPA, which if I can go from 101 back to 99, 100-ish, and then from max to max, going from 101 to 105, that's probably 25 horsepower for only $700 instead of $5,000. That being said, is it something I'm going to do right away? Absolutely not. Is it something I'm going to be doing by the time the season's over? Probably. I'm looking to try and find the 112, 120 ShearerFab lid and the OTT by Ben Peace. Messick Racing sells them, all that. You see it on like Tyrone Mason's car and the Black Mamba and all that. So I just want to be like those guys, you know. I just really want to push for a 9. I feel like that being $1,500 would almost be more beneficial than the heads. Not saying I won't ever do the heads, but the heads right now is steep, especially for only 20 or 25 horsepower. I can bump the compression, get the lower ported, run the OTT and the lid, and probably gain another 40 or 50-ish to be nice. And I think that would be a little bit more beneficial all the time versus the heads. Now, if I did the heads, it'd probably be another 70 to 80 total. Add 20 to 30. I don't really care to just spend that much right now. I think I can get there without changing the heads is basically all I'm trying to say, especially bumping compression. I know I'm taking the heads off. We'll see how the rest of the year goes, but this is all stuff I might do near like the end of the season, like September, October area, just so the air's a little cooler and it's fall season, and see what really I can push out of this car, because it would be cool to see a 9 this year. I told you guys don't hold your breath on that though, because I think until I get a little bit more efficient up here, I don't think it's going to happen, but I at least see the trajectory of how to get there now. And honestly, if I don't do the heads, it would be under $3,000. So that's really not that bad. If I do the heads, it'd be like 8, which that's crazy. But yeah, guys. So I have the G-force axles coming in probably first week of June. So we're going to put those in the car, go back out on my radials and get some testing in before Buckeye skips. But until then, I'll figure out what we can do with the car, make some content, maybe even go out and see what kind of numbers I can do with the Subaru, since I haven't done that since we got the car built. So yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.